My name's Jimmy.
What's up, you guys? Jimmy here, back at you with another review for Arrow Season 3. And this is the 13th episode, and the episode is titled Canaries. Now, in this episode, the Count Vertigo is pretty much back. He's able to use a scientist to kind of get out of police custody. So, yeah, but also in the episode, you kind of see Laurel kind of interfering with Oliver and some of his stuff, so he's still not fully trusting that she can be able to handle herself. Which she kind of finds out the hard way when she gets her first dose of vertigo. And who does she see? None other than her sister, Sarah, as Canary. So, yeah, it was kind of like seeing the two Canaries fight, but the first time Laurel is not really fighting back because she doesn't know that it's not real. She thinks it's really her sister. But after some inspiration from Felicity, to be herself, not be her sister, she was able to kind of, not really get out of the effects of vertigo, but to believe that it's not real. And she was able to take down the Count. Yeah. But also in this episode, Oliver finally tells Thea the secret because she's going to have to know eventually. And actually, she takes it a lot better than what I thought. She's like, all those times, I thought you were flaking. But you're actually saving someone. I'm like, wow, that's not what I would have said. I would have said, you worried me. You could have killed yourself all these times. I mean, anyone else, that's kind of what you would think. So Thea took it weirdly well. Let's just say that. And that undercover guy that works for Raz Al Ghul, Raish, Raz, whichever way you want to pronounce it. He tries to assassinate Thea. So both Roy and Merlin were able to kind of, save her, but he drinks some sort of poison. It might have been cyanide, for most likely. But yeah, in the flashbacks, Oliver and, whatever, they get away from Waller, try to go on the run because of what happened last time in the flashbacks. But eventually Oliver gets taken and, what's-his-face gets taken as well. So, they're actually, in the end of the flashbacks, they're coming to Starling City. And, also, towards the end of the episode, starting next week's episode, we'll be seeing Oliver taking his first step towards his training from Merlin, which is to kind of eliminating your fear. Which the best place to go for that is to the island that Oliver was at, because it's like hell on earth. I mean, gosh, it's Mandarin for purgatory. So, yeah. But, also in the episode, Laurel finally told her father about what happened to Sarah. Yeah. I mean, no one's not going to take the death of a family member well. I mean, no one. Even if you don't see the person actually cry, they may not be showing it, but, they're grieving badly. I being one of those people that, it just really depends on if I cry or not. I mean, I may not cry then, but later down the line, I will think about it and cry. You know, it's just a terrible thing to lose a family member. But yeah, I have to say, episode was really cool. The only time we're going to see both Canaries in Arrow, considering that Sarah's dead. So I thought that was pretty cool to bring into the episode. You know, and also the fact of Thea knowing, which I mean, I guess it makes sense for her to find out because she would have to find out eventually with the stuff with Roz. But I have to say, it's not really this week's episode that I'm really looking forward to. Is next week's episode, because I've known about next week's episode for a while. Not the synopsis, but something, but what's happening, because we get to see a familiar face return. Let's just say that, if you have not even seen the previews. But very enjoyable episode, nonetheless. Very, very enjoyable episode. Yeah, it was kind of like this was actually part of one of those 3 episodes that are kind of based around Laurel being the canary. I know last week's was one, this week's was another. I don't know, and I'm pretty sure the week that the show returned, that was one as well. I'm pretty sure. So we got our trilogy. Yeah, definitely have to say next week's going to be an amazing week for I guess an exciting week for television. I mean, Monday you got You Know Who coming to Gotham. Tuesday on The Flash we see time travel, and next week's Arrow you see a familiar face, a familiar person coming back. So definitely next week's going to be an exciting week when it comes to television, which I think that's a really great thing to see. But that's pretty much my thoughts. Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts and opinions on the episode. And also, in the past week, some news came out about the possibility of Diggle eventually becoming Jon Stewart. Pretty much David Ramsley, who plays Diggle, he says the showrunners are actually considering it. So they're kind of talking it out on the possibility of his character becoming Jon Stewart. I mean, it makes so much sense. I mean, I know he's one of the Green Lanterns that's a real big fan favorite. And they have such similar backgrounds. I mean, they look similar. They were both in the military. They both had a brother, they both have a brother that was killed. So, I have to say, even though I really wouldn't say I'm a Jon Stewart fan, but I still like him. I would say I would totally support it. And that would be the perfect idea for the 3rd CW superhero show. Perfect idea. But when it comes to me and all the Green Lanterns, my personal favorite would have to be Kyle Rayner. Reason why, he's sort of original. He's the kid. He's the kid of all the Green Lanterns. But I could relate to that if I was in his position. And also I like his design for his costume, because it's different than everyone else. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the episode, and also, would you like to see Diggle become Green Lantern? Let me know down below, and also don't forget to check out my review of the previous night's, the last episode of The Flash. And also don't be on the lookout for my review for the season finale of Constantine here on Friday. And please, Tell your friends about it. Tell your family. Tell your fellow comic book nerds. And as always, my name is Jimmy, and until next time, bye.